Tommy and I love landscapes, whether they're black and white and color, if they're in another medium. We both can lose ourselves in an image of a landscape.
We look around this room and we see these broad landscapes. You can't look at these images and not be overcome by the emotion of the moment. When I started to explore Ansel Adams and potentially buying 4 prints, I started reading pretty voraciously about his background. His legacy is multidimensional. 1, it's photography as an art form. 2, it's conservation and preservation. And 3 is allowing a view into the zone system and moving away from the more romanticized version of photography. He once said very famously that you don't take a photograph, you make it. He looked at every photograph as a musical score, and each print was the actual orchestra breathing life into the photography.
Ansel Adams did a magnificent job capturing the images to tell the stories about America, about his love of the land, his love of history. He was an environmentalist of the first order. These images and this love of nature, love of the earth, love of the waterways, so important to the conversation, to preserve the beauty of our planet.
In 2002, we had just celebrated a wonderful Christmas with our family in Park City, and I was walking down the street and saw an Ansel Adams photograph. I said, oh gosh, this is such a good idea, because we don't have any prints of Ansel Adams, and I thought it'd be terrific if I could just have a theme gift. So I thought about Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, her birthday's in May, and our anniversary. I said, 4 prints, it's great. And what that led to was me buying the first Ansel Adams print. And I talked to a friend of mine and said, don't you have a sister that's involved with Ansel Adams? He said, yeah. And that led to him calling me a couple weeks later and said, she has more than 4. There's about 138 Ansel Adams prints, but she would love to actually talk to you about the whole collection.
Which led us to taking the collection to individual museums, just so that it could be displayed in the public. We live in Austin, Texas, and when Katrina hit and devastated New Orleans, many folks moved from New Orleans to Austin, Texas. This collection was being shown at the time at the University of Texas at the Ransom Center, and they would bring large groups of New Orleans to the Ransom Center, and just having them experience the United States through these beautiful photographs, it was expanding for them and life-changing for some. It seems to ground people in the American story. It seems to ground them in the present as well as the past.
I'll get emotional. I would just say that the letters that the Harry Ransom Center sent to us that were submitted to them were truly touching. Whoever coined the phrase, "it is in giving that which we receive," is spot on, because the reward has been the feedback we've gotten over the course of 22 years.
I feel very fortunate to have had this in my life this long. But it's time to share it with others in a different way. This collection has been together, and it will be sold to individuals. And I'm really hoping that those who are looking at these images create their own collection.